Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. So, even though the epic crypto bill that we've been talking about may not get passed in full until 2024, and we actually want them to make considerations because the way the bill is shaped right now, only Bitcoin and Ethereum would be commodities and everything else would actually be a security. We actually want the epic crypto bill to actually take some time for consideration. We want crypto to get more time to actually permeate through society, so they cannot just make everything a security. However, there is a more urgent bill that they're talking about, and this one is a stablecoin bill that could get passed by the end of this year, and it becomes more urgent, much more urgent, because of Terra's collapse. So there are lawmakers on both sides of the aisle saying it could actually get done this year. So basically, we're going to have regulatory certainty about that. So basically, like the US could have new federal law on stablecoins. My guess is they're going to ban algorithmic ones by the end of this year. Lawmakers told attendees at Consensus 2022. By the way, Consensus was very bullish, but then again, like those kind of conferences are always overly bullish. Lawmakers worry that lack of regulatory clarity may be putting the brakes on crypto innovation, and the recent collapse of Terra USD only adds fuel to the fire for those calling for action. Now, this is from CoinDesk. Now, the thing is, like, if they actually just take Terra as the sole only example, it's really going to hinder crypto. Pat Toomey said, like, I'm going out on a limb and say we get stablecoins done this year. So basically the rest of crypto can wait, but stablecoins, those need to get done right now. We're going to need to have regulatory certainty about that, citing broad consensus among lawmakers and policymakers on the need for action. I knew the Biden administration is interested in doing something in this space. Remember, they did issue that executive order to do research into it, but that's going to last until September. But they can actually introduce some kind of stablecoin regulation to prevent Terra Luna from happening again. I think we could do a stablecoin bill between now and the end of the year because it's urgent. Kristen Gillibrand, Democrat, New York, said. Now, Gillibrand is actually one of the ones, along with Loomis, that introduced the overall crypto bill, but that's going to take a while. But this could be an emergency measure for stablecoins. We just had a financial crisis. We just had a meltdown, Gillibrand said, referring to Terra USD's implosion. On Tuesday, Gillibrand and Cynthia Loomis, who was on the panel at Consensus 2022, proposed a bill to resolve issues around crypto's taxation and supervision. At first, I thought that was bullish, but after a while, they actually agree with Gary Gensler that besides Bitcoin and Ethereum, everything else should fall under the SEC, which obviously I do not actually agree with. We just had a disruption because there's no regulation, and it's not fair for the entire industry to have no guidance or rules of the road from existing regulators. So the thing is, eventually I hope they do create a new agency and have regulations around that. But right now, like stablecoins to them is more of a priority than anything else. Broader legislation on the Loomis-Gillibrand model would also seek to give issuers greater clarity over who they need to report to, setting a turf war between the CFTC and the SEC. Now, they've been fighting that for quite a while. The thing is, like, I don't really know what stablecoins would actually fall into because you don't really buy stablecoins for profit. So I don't think they could be a security. But, the algorithmic stablecoins, they're definitely going to have to do something to control that. So you will actually see stablecoin regulation by the end of this year. This definitely may affect DeFi because DeFi relies heavily on stablecoins. If they go too hard, it might really nip DeFi, and that's definitely something that US people don't want because then the US will be actually regulated kind of out of DeFi. I do think like those that actually rely on like USDT and USDC will be perfectly fine, but those relying on like USDD or like something like UST could actually be really bad. Now, this is like one signal to probably not be in Tron for too much longer, because if UST fell apart and USDD is basically a copy of UST, I don't think they're going to be too kind to things like USDD. So this definitely could impact DeFi, but overall, I think things that rely on stablecoins that are backed by USD will be fine, but things that rely on stablecoins that aren't backed by USD may be in some trouble. I'm not really sure what they're going to say about Ethereum and DAI though, because it's not really algorithmic, it's over collateralized, but it's not USD either. So that's the report for today. Let me know what you think, like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.